But I think that micromanagement or over-management of teachers, even to some teachers that I've talked to, scripting, like actual scripting of teachers,
for sure,
comes from a mental model that our goal for education is to master certain base levels of content. Right? That every student needs to learn the 60 some odd counties of New York State, which was impossible for one of our children in particular, right? And then, you question yourself, well, why? Is she going to become a state surveyor? Is she going to need to know 60 counties? Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But we've always focused on, in education, content, mastering content.
Yeah, I mean, and this comes down to the basic equation of mental models, right? Mental models equal information and organization, meaning the way we make meaning, that's the mental model. So, this is the M is mental model. And we can also think of that as synonymous with, sometimes we use the word knowledge, or we can also think of it as meaning.
Yeah.
And that mental model or knowledge or meaning is equal to information organized. So the way we organize information is how we make meaning. As you're saying, we have gotten stuck in a rut of thinking almost entirely as education as being in the information content zone.
Right.
And we've made significant confusion between knowledge and information.
Yes.
And we've also misunderstood how people build mental models or meaning or knowledge. They don't get knowledge, right? They have to build it. They can get information, but information is not the same as knowledge. It's not the same as meaning. It's not the same as mental models.
Right.
Right?
Right.
AI is a great example of this, right? AI has a lot of information. It has no meaning. AI doesn't know anything. It's not making meaning. It's doing probability of information.
And just regurgitating it back
to you.
Yeah.
So and by the way, information used to be power, right? If you had information, that was power. But today, information is free.
Yes.
There's more information than you could possibly consume in the palm of your hand.
Yes.
Every bit of information in the universe now is like a few clicks away from your fingers.
Right.
The relative value of information itself has decreased a lot. For example, if when you're 35 years old, you need to know, let's say you get a job as a surveyor in New York State, and you need to know all the counties of New York State. Well, that information is readily available, and you can memorize them.
You can also just print a map of
or you could print them or whatever. But let's say you needed to know them for some reason.
You could know them.
You could know them. So the question is, well, what? We have to start with a basic question. Is first we have to understand that information is not the same as meaning, mental models, knowledge.
Right.
That the organization is the skill that allows you to take information and make meaning. So this is the primary skill, and we call this organizing, but it's really, the general public calls this thinking.
Right.
But really what the process of thinking is organizing information, and there are patterns to the way we organize information. We call that DSRP.
Right.
First, we have to not make this confusion between information and knowledge or meaning or mental models. Second, we have to really survey, like, how valuable is this stuff? What information must all kids know, and what information is variable and infinite?
Right.
Right? Is there information that all kids know? I think most of us would agree on the base level stuff, right? We all probably believe kids should learn to read.
Absolutely.
We all probably believe that kids should be able to speak
and
write and add and subtract and divide, and so at the base level, I think we agree. I think most people in the United States would agree that kids should know the Constitution that their country is predicated on.
Yes, and their rights are predicated.
And their rights
as citizens. Yeah.
But I mean, we say we agree on that, but the kids are not learning the Constitution today.
No.
Which means that they don't understand the country that they live in. They don't understand whether something's legal or not legal, or what the your means of protest are, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And your rights and,
Yeah.
and even why we structured our particular form of government that way.
Right. And what makes us unique
Yeah.
as a country.
So, there's probably a list that we could roughly agree on of things information that must be factual information that must be covered.
Yes.
Right. And then there's a much, much bigger list of information that might just be of interest to kids.
Mm-hmm.
And different kids will have differential interests. And that's wonderful. We want them to pursue their informational interests.
Yes.
Right? So then there's another whole list, which is infinitely long, which is all this variable information.
Right.
So we have, fixed or constant information and then variable information.
Yep.
And then there's the skill of thinking.
Yes.
And the skill of thinking is the skill that we just completely, almost entirely ignore. We don't teach it.